Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Thomas Clan. Today I have a confession to make. I screwed up. With taking care of our plants and our onions when the portable greenhouse collapsed, I overwatered them, thinking that, plants, they like a lot of water when they get stressed out. So I'll give a little bit of extra water and it'll be fine. And I fell into one of the biggest traps that beginning gardeners make. And so now I have a lot of onions that are very droopy, laying down, and there's a green fungus growing on the top of our wonderful, beautiful seed-starting soil. So I've done a little bit of research as to whether or not I have any chance of saving my onions, and the internet is very, very torn. It's pretty much 50-50 between, oh, you can save them and they'll do just fine, and they're dead, they're gonna just rot away, they're not gonna amount to anything, plant new seeds, still early enough. So what I've decided to do is this: we're going to turn my misfortune and my mistake into an opportunity to conduct an experiment. There are two methods that I've been told about that are, organic in method. It's not some sort of a chemical meant to boost the vitality of the plant. So we're going to do an experiment with two different ways to try to get rid of this fungus. And also I'm going to order some more seeds, which I'm going to actually make seed tape out of and direct sow if these experiments don't go exceedingly well. We do have a couple of weeks before we can plant outside, and by direct sowing seeds straight out into the ground, we're just going to end up with a very late crop. And the onions might be a little smaller, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. The main reason why we do these gardens and we're doing them the way that we're doing them is to learn from our mistakes before we get to our homestead, where the idea and the plan is to produce all of the food that we eat. So without further ado, the two experiments that we are going to be conducting, one is going to be with using hydrogen peroxide, and the other is going to be with cinnamon. So basically, I've been told that both of these ideas work to get rid of the fungus. The peroxide actually, in the research I've done, does a lot of great things for plants, between root rot, loosening soil, killing funguses. There's just a lot of benefits to hydrogen peroxide from what I've been reading. And it's definitely something you guys at home should check out. The idea with the hydrogen peroxide is that it will kill off the fungus while also hydrating, because all hydrogen peroxide is water with extra oxygen in it. That's all hydrogen peroxide is. The other experiment is going to be cinnamon, in which, if you go back to about 5-6 years ago when everybody was doing the awful cinnamon challenge, the reason why nobody could swallow the cinnamon was because as soon as you put it in your mouth, it dried everything up and you couldn't swallow, you couldn't get it down. So the idea, I'm guessing, with the cinnamon is to absorb the moisture and to kill off, which will kill off the fungus, because the fungus needs the excessive amounts of moisture. So we're going to do both of these experiments. So I have 4 trays of onions. Now, about 50% of the seeds germinated. I had thrown in more seeds before the fungus had formed, and so far it does not look like any of those seeds have germinated yet, which could actually be because of the fungus, and actually they may be my saving grace. If I am able to get rid of the funguses, those seeds may sprout afterwards and may do very, very well. So basically, what we're doing is we are taking the hydrogen peroxide, which I mix 50-50, 1 part hydrogen peroxide, 1 part water. And then the cinnamon is, cinnamon. So let's take a look at how we do this. Okay, so as you can see, it's hard to see the fungus on the top 2. seed trays because of the infrared light. But if you want to take a look at the lower seed trays, you can see how really green they are, especially towards the middle. So what we're going to do, these two trays are very, very similar. So one of these trays is going to get cinnamon, the other one's going to get peroxide, and one of these trays will get cinnamon, one of these trays will get peroxide. So that way the experiment will actually be, well, equal. So, and as you see, not all of them are dying. We do have a couple still standing up, not doing completely bad, but then at the same time we've also had a lot die, and then we actually we are having others that are, the second round of seeds are actually starting to sprout as well. So if I can reach here, so I think we're going to go hydrogen peroxide to the left and cinnamon to the right. So let me just move this a little bit. And we're just going to get a good spray on there. The only problem with this is a little bit of hydrogen peroxide did go over to the other side, but that's okay. A little more on this side. Alright, so there's the hydrogen peroxide. Now on the other side, we're going to do the cinnamon. I'll put this. Which I'm only going to record on this bottom part, just so you guys can see it, because you aren't going to be able to see the cinnamon. So we're going to put these on here. And that's pretty much it. I'm trying not to overdo it, but at the same time, like, that's like straight moss. There's so much there. I really screwed this up. But that's okay. That's why we're doing everything the way we're doing it now, because we want to be able to make sure that we can do this the way we're supposed to when we have to do it for real, I guess. So I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to finish the top one as well, and I'll see you at the end of the video. So to be fair for this experiment, I'm going to let everybody know that we are recording this video, actually putting on the cinnamon and the watered down hydrogen peroxide onto the onions on Thursday, April 5th at nighttime. I have to wait for all the kids to be in bed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload this video as a special extra video this week, tomorrow morning. So you guys will see this brand new on Friday, April 6th. And so I'm going to do an update video either Thursday night when I get home from work or Friday morning before I go to work next week. So either April 12th or April 13th, I will do a follow-up, and we're going to see where we stand with both sides, just to see where they are. I mean, I'd love to see the onions come back to life that are kind of drooping, but I don't hold out a ton of hope. Much like the jalapeno plant last year, if you remember. I'm hoping that this clears up the fungus in such a way that the extra seeds, the new seeds that I put on, will actually come up and sprout, and maybe they'll be all right. But either way, just as a backup plan, I'm also going to purchase more seeds from MI Gardener with these varieties, and I'm going to make seed tape and direct sow. Either way, we'll have some sort of a crop this year. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you learned something new. I do encourage anybody who is struggling out there, who is newer, who is learning like we are, to not be afraid to get out, do some research, ask other people who know more than you do. There's plenty of people who know more than me. I reached out to some of you today, even some of you watching at home right now, and I thank everybody for their answers, their input, and their ideas. And I look forward to doing the update video. So please give this video a thumbs up. Please don't forget to share this with a friend. Subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell for notifications. Follow us on Instagram. Like us on Facebook. And we'll see you again very, very soon. Bye.